Good evening, everybody. It is July 9th, Wednesday night. It is break night. We have two breaks on top with a third pending. We do have a mini out for the third, which is the baseball break. I will post that in the comment section for anybody interested. I cannot tell you all how much I toiled over trying to figure out the right way to run these minis. I went up, down, left, right, and I was just like bantering in my head trying to figure out how do I make these minis the most effective and the most reasonable at the same time. Um, I'll tell you, make no mistake, when it comes to this stuff and these breaks, I put a ton of thought into it and trying to give you all the best value possible. There's the link for the current mini that's up. It is what I try to do. What you are looking at is your case of Select Bastards that is sealed. All right. So, a couple announcements real quick. Just because we're starting so late, probably no break credit giveaways tonight. We'll just be running the breaks. We do have the Super Fractor Bounty that's up for Bowman U Chrome. That's up to $505 now. So the other thing is that for Friday, I'm guaranteeing the Mega Baseball Break will run. I know it's got 18 teams left, and that's a huge chunk of stuff sitting out there, but the Mega Baseball Break on Friday will run. That will probably be our break we carry into Friday. So what I posted in the schedule for Friday will probably change to that. Plus, if we don't fill the mini for baseball tonight, that will also carry into Friday. We are also getting very, very, very close on getting that flawless baseball break to be filled and be able to be run. So that is coming up on the horizon. We could have that running as early as Friday, or maybe even more likely, probably next week. What's up, Joe? I don't have everybody tagged into that link for the mini for baseball, but if you want in on it, go ahead and click the link in the comment section, or go ahead and look in the featured section. Got a couple new folks into the breaks tonight, so going to welcome Matt Folk, who won the flawless free spot, and Juan Lopez. So thank you all for joining. And Robert Joseph, you've been in, this is like your second break. I think you've been in, or third. I can't remember how many breaks you've been in with me. But also we got our usuals. So if you're ever wondering, so this case came from Dick's Sporting Goods. If you ever wonder who Dick's Sporting Goods gets their stuff from, there's their address, All Sports Marketing. So my understanding with All Sports Marketing is the way they work is they basically you can get people have gotten in consignment or allocation deals with them, but the rule of doing All Sports Marketing is that you can't do hobby boxes. So you are restricted to like retail only, but people get cases upon cases of this stuff, but it's retail only. First break in years. Well, I hope it's a good one for you. Maybe you'll get a zebra. So I'm going to crack this open here, and you all see the beautiful select boxes. These boxes have been just absurdly hard to get, but we're back to kind of that COVID level of if you don't have a bot, you're not getting it on target mentality. But Dick's Sporting Goods does post these as full cases sometimes. I looked at a second case, didn't work out so well. All right, so as you can see, there they all are in all of their glory. All right, so what we are going to do tonight, there are 20 boxes in here. I need 10 numbers, and I'm going to say it's going to go left to right, top to bottom. So it's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, so on down to 20. I need 10 numbers. Those 10 numbers you all put in the comment section. The first 10 numbers I see on my end are the 10 boxes I am going to open. So give me 10 numbers in the comment section. And I am putting these next to me. I got 3 and 13. So here's 3. Oh, 13 got picked twice. Very nice. So much space. Never enough space. All right. So here's 3. I'm putting them in the order they were called out. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13. This is the order that they're also going to get broken in. 13 got called twice. Okay, time to build that because I just let fly in. Great. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. That's 3. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 4. 1. 19. 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. How many do I leave left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hey, 2 more numbers. Give me 2 more numbers. Round out the 10. And I'm going to start writing names on the front of these boxes. So this is Andrew. So just give me 2 more names or 2 more numbers in the comment section. Andrew H. Box 20. All right, I need 1 more. 19's already been taken. So I need 1 more. Andrew. Chad. Rich. 1 more number. 19 was already picked. Marcus. And these names are just correlating to the boxes where somebody has the commanders in them. 1. 17. All right. I cleaned off 1 whole slide. Very nice. All right. 10 boxes have been selected. I'm just writing names on them so that way I don't lose track. Ken Huber, Anthony, call him AC3, Spencer, Robert, and Becky. All right. So I'm going to stack them up here. So now I don't have to really worry about did I do them in the same order, although I might just do that anyways just to make sure. Becky, Robert, Spencer, AC, Ken, Juan, Marcus, Rich, Chad, and Andrew. I've already got everybody tagged, so we're all set. We're ready to fly here. Hope everyone's having a good week, having a good Wednesday. It's been a rainy Wednesday. It's been a rainy last 2 days here down in Southern Maryland. We got hit with a microburst yesterday that had 80-mile-an-hour winds. Some pretty wicked videos. It was kind of funny. I was on the phone with my wife, and she was driving the car from the kids back from swim lessons. The microburst was basically the size of a county that came through. It came through hard and heavy. And she was seeing, and she's like, oh, I just saw a lightning bolt. And I was outside looking at the microburst after it had passed. And I was like, oh, I just saw the same one too. And it went up. And I went, okay, I'm going inside. So, yeah. But now it's just like, right now it's just kind of raining outside. Had some thunder and lightning earlier, but nothing compared to yesterday. All right, so we got a full box. We've kind of gone through these as far as what you can pull out of them. So black snakeskin 101s, black 101s, tie-dyes, numbered cards. Obviously, zebras are kind of a key. That Brock Bowers we pulled the other night was pretty huge. Oh, that knife didn't work. Okay. All right, so this is going to be Andrew for his pick for the Commanders. Everyone else has their teams as they paid for them. So good luck to everybody. We're gonna rip the whole box and then run through it. Just gonna break these down this way. They're gonna fit in the trash. I will keep an eye on that mini for baseball if it does fill for tonight. There are 7 teams, I think, eligible, including the Dodgers, which is an $80 team. That break also does include another giveaway spot for Flawless. So if you're interested in that. I said in the Flawless that we needed to get down to 6 spots left. Once we got to the 6 spots left, I would be good to run that break. So part of the reason I'm also pushing to run the Mega Baseball break is I did actually tie one of those Flawless spots into that break. So I don't want to hold up that break because we didn't run the Mega Baseball break. So, I put it up there. There was enough people that committed to it that it is what it is. And hopefully we'll get some more folks who want to jump in tomorrow. Football tomorrow will be select football. Hobby select. My last select hobby box. So, all right. These are also the red and blue shock. They say they're die cut, but I'm going to tell you right now, they're not because Panini goofed. All right, here we go. For Andrew for Commanders, we've got Bucky Irving, Ivan Pace Jr., Caleb Williams, select certified. Very nice. We've got a blue and red shock Jimmy Graham behind that one, so we'll sleeve Caleb here. I expect big things for this shelf. Big things. Lots of zebras, right? Zebras, black 101s, tie-dyes. We're going to hit the whole gamut, hopefully. Jimmy Graham, Rashad White. That guy. Drew Brees. Zullerin for the Jets. Justin Fields. Brock Bauer, speak of the man. We have a silver die cut. That one is going to go to Andrew. No, not tonight because we started late. So we start late. I can't make my brain pay attention to that at that point. So just doing the break. Plus, I also got to remember who I'm doing for Commanders. If we had gotten started earlier, I probably would have done a couple different things, but just starting at 10 kind of got a late go. That's okay. We got plenty of time to do them other times, nights too. Will Levis. Cedric Tillman. Chris Olave. Numbers. We've got a purple shock. Man, didn't we hit him last time on a numbered card? Michael Pittman Jr. 183 to 360. I swore we hit him on the serial number last time on select. Wasn't he like the 75? I don't know. I remember seeing his name before. Just can't remember what it was for. I do like the shock parallels, and the red, white, and blues do look pretty good. Justin Herbert, clearly not a die cut. Lamar, Harrison Smith, Kirby Joseph, red and blue. I see not numbered. Kirby Joseph again. Will Richard, Kyle Hamilton, Brock Purdy, and Patty Mahomes on the premier level. The one thing about these select boxes I find is if you don't get the parallel, we're going to do Chad. Chad, this is your box for the Commanders. Let's see if you can hit that same magic that did last year with the CJ Stroud card. If you hit a numbered card, it's like there's one card that gives you the chance of having the zebras or the numbereds or whatever. It's not like you don't see a lot. Although I do think now I'm thinking back to it, I think that zebra and the number to 75 were in the same box. So maybe I'm wrong. I'm just talking out the side of my mouth, apparently. So this is Chad for the Commanders. Andrew, I think that Falcons pick is a very sneaky pick. I think that's a very good pick. Because I still think well of Penix. Kind of strange. So I stopped at I had a doctor's appointment this morning, so I stopped at a shop that just opened 45 minutes north of me. And one thing that was odd was I saw they had a Bo Nix checkerboard card from Prism, and I was like, oh. And they had $110 listed on it. I went, oh, that's not a bad price, I don't think, for that card. Just because I know those checkerboards were super hard to hit. I looked it over. There was some top edge damage, and the surface had a big gouge out of it. Like basically, if you looked like at this right here, you could see like there was like a crater. It never would grade well, and I know if I was to try to take that card and resell it myself, it would be picked apart from that aspect. I didn't really feel comfortable about trying to negotiate the price of that card down, so I let it be. But I looked it up on eBay. It's got quite a wild range of values to it. And then I looked up a Jackson Holiday PSA 10, and my gosh, Jackson Holiday's value has dropped dramatically. DeMarvion Overshown, Andrew Van Ginkel, Bo Nix, Select Certified. There's another good pick right there. Penny Sewell for the Lions. Patty Mahomes, Rico Dowell, Tommy Townsend, Taylor Rapp, Mike Sandstrel for the Commanders. That's one for Chad. Devon Bell for the Broncos on the die cut rookie silver. I hate these die cuts. They're just, it feels like this die cut was like halfway done. Like it just wasn't really well thought out. Like, let's just cut it here and here. Why'd you bother? I don't get it. We got Joshua Carty. So Christian Watson, Stephon Diggs, Dexter Lawrence. Numbers, Aaron Rodgers, for it says Jets, but we know he's on the Steelers. Marshawn Lattimore for the Commanders, another one for Chad. There's a Michael Penix right there. That's going to be on your concourse. No, we just got started there, Chad. So, or Chris, I mean. Nothing. We're only in the second box right now. So this will give you an idea of kind of what, generally speaking, a case may look like for something like this. Brock Purdy, Roma Dunze, turbocharged. Ooh, there's a good one right there. Bo Nix on the red, white, and blue, purple shock concourse for the Broncos. Anthony Carlucci. Anthony, you picked up this team, and I was, I kind of had my eyeball on it. And I was basically going to leave them out of the initial mini run I had thought of doing, and you went and snagged them on me. I'm like, well, there goes that. But I'll always sell the teams first if we don't fill them. But very nice from Bo Nix for you. Jalen Carter. Curtis Samuel. A nice Lamar on the red, white, and blue shock. And a Brock Purdy. I don't know. I had a feeling tonight about Bo Nix. I had a feeling that tonight's gonna be a good night. All right, let me put these for Chad. But I don't know. Something in my brain tonight was saying Broncos are gonna have a good night tonight. Not doing the serial number tonight, Chris. Too late of a start on this one. So no games tonight. Got 2 breaks with maybe a pending third. So at least at the moment, no breaks tonight. Oh, I know you did. So far, it's a good pickup. Rich Schaefer is going to get this one for the Commanders. Because not only that, but you also got a spot for the Commanders too. So I actually thought this was very nicely priced because if you had a team you liked, I mean, no one team was more expensive than basically buying a single blaster box on the secondary market. So I thought for a 10-box break that these were all pretty good prices for all of these teams. So you did not. You ended up being 24th. So you start your Packers. But there was only, if you go retail wise, whether you want to call it $30 or $34, or $35, there was only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 teams over the cost of a single blaster box. And no team was more than the cost of 2 blaster boxes. So I actually thought I had this one pretty well priced. No, I'm not trying to go out and pat myself on the back. I just thought it was a good price for all these ones, especially with the zebras hanging out there. I have a sneaking suspicion that there are just going to be a absolute massive ton of these cards going to be these boxes, just like we have with 2023 Select, that we're going to be seeing these blaster boxes for quite a while. So, all right. So Rich has the Commanders on this one. DeMarcus Lawrence, Amari Cooper, numbers Lamar, CeeDee Lamb for the Cowboys going to the wand for the new guy. Nice CeeDee. Rasul Douglas. Kyle Hamilton on the die cut for the Ravens. Ed Oliver. Roquan Smith. Kareem Hunt. Xavier Worthy for the Chiefs. David Montgomery on the shock. J.J. McCarthy, very nice. Ahmad Sauce Gardner. Chase Brown. Dak Turbocharge. Breece Hall. Levante David. We got looks like a blue or purple wave coming up. Probably a concourse again. Jared Goff. Actually, it might be a club level. It's a Viking. Who had Vikings? Let me reveal this one on the back there. Kyle Pitts and the one on the back here, but I forget who had Vikings. Robert did. All right, let's see. Is it a rookie? Give us the rookie emblem. Wait, I think I show that. It was a rookie, but it was the wrong rookie. I saw the D at the end, so I kind of spoiled it already. Will Richard. Wrong Vikings rookie. 29 of 360. Darn it. On the purple shock. Wrong Viking. Sorry, Robert. So let's see. Out of 3 boxes so far, we've hit 2 numbered cards. So that's not bad. Gosh, I hope we at least get 1 zebra tonight. Jared Goff, Kyle Pitts, we showed that one already. That's not numbered. Jake Ferguson, Cooper Rush, Braylon Allen, Future, and Keenan Coleman rounds that box out. No Commanders in that one. Confirming that I didn't miss them. No Commanders. That was a very Cowboy-heavy box. I would say right now, a Zebra Burrow. Well, that would be nice. I saw a Kaboom Burrow today. A rookie Kaboom Burrow today. Marcus D. Gonna get this one for the Commanders. And hoodie box. I think this is a better value because you have more potential. Like, I would much rather rip Select, and I would much rather go back to Select retail boxes over and over and over again than Optic. My problem with Optic is the parallels just don't seem like they carry a lot of value. And if you don't hit it downtown, it's just kind of like feels like it's a bust. Whereas I feel like your chances of hitting a zebra are better. I think the fact that the boxes on these have more numbered card chances, because there's more variations, you have more odds-wise, like you're going to hit that. It feels like a thick one. Oh, I got a relic in here. I think your odds with select blasters and retail are just a better. You're just getting a better bang for your buck, I would say. All right. Hobby, on the other hand, hobby can be very rough. Howie Long, relic card for the Chiefs. Xavier Worthy, draft selection. There you go, Chiefs. I don't think Becky had the Chiefs, or maybe she did. Nope, she had the Raiders. Who had Chiefs? Jaw had the Chiefs tonight. Mr. Worthy. Shall you deem him worthy? All right. By the numbers, Joey B. Joe Burrow. Sam Hubbard for the Bengals. Daryl Mooney. A.J. Brown. Cam Byram. Xavier Worthy again. Malik Neighbors, very nice. Nico Collins. Silver die cut. Rashad White. Isaiah Likely. Kamani Vidal. Jordan Davis. Malik Neighbors, future. Buda Baker. Tua. Fred Taylor. Greg Zerlin. AJ Barner. Chris Jones. C.J. Stroud. Xavier Worthy, select certified. And David Njoku. All right. We've got Juan, who's first time break in a long time. This is your box for the Commanders. Everyone else has theirs for their teams. And we are halfway through the blasters. So we are 2 for 4 on numbered cards, 3 for 4 on getting something a little more than just the base parallels. I currently have a hole in my window screen because I swear whenever I leave it open and it gets dark out, I get a freaking fly that comes in here. I'm looking for it right now. I think I'm going to pull down my Wembenyama Spellbound sign. I do like it. I have the full collection for the whole name, and it's cool. But I think it's time to see if I can start moving it. Different looking. I haven't seen an autograph come out of these yet, I don't think. I want to say Penix is actually a redemption, but I don't want to swear on that. Love to see a 101. You know, see a black snakeskin 101 would be nice. Andrew Van Ginkel, Jake Ferguson, Bo Nix. That's the third Bo Nix tonight so far. Michael Penix, second one of them on the Premier. Yeah, Premier level. I'm starting to remember which ones are which. Overshown. Oh. You know, I saw that card was different, but that was not the autograph I was expecting to see. Johnny Football. Well, now. There you go, Chad. Got yourself a Johnny Football autograph. I'm doing the palm face right now. Oh, my. The card itself looks nice. I'll say that. Oh, dearie. Johnny Manziel. Panini is getting desperate, clearly. Can we say auto dump? Good lordy. This is what you wanted, Chad, right? You wanted the Johnny Football? Johnny Football auto? Oi. God, what was the... I'm trying to remember. What was the autograph on that one jersey we got that I was like, oh my God, you got to be kidding me. Because it was so bad. I can't remember who that autograph jersey was. Patrick Mahomes. Sorry. Xavier Legette. Mike Sandstrel. That's a Commander for Juan. Rico Dowell, DK Metcalf on the die cut. Brian Thomas Jr., Dexter Lawrence. No kidding. Dexter Lawrence, Patrick Mahomes, Keenan Coleman select certified, Barry Sanders, red, white, and blue. Brock Purdy, Stephon Diggs, Jaden Reed, Dean, Curtis Samuel, another Michael Penix, very nice. Numbers, Devontae Adams and CJ Stroud. Lordy, yeah. I mean, I guess it's not a lineman. Yeah, yay. God, who was the auto that I said? Does anyone remember when we did that mystery jersey? And I said, oh my God, I can't even believe that. Oh, it was, you know what? I don't remember who it was. It was Ryan Leaf. That's who the jersey auto was. And I was like, who in their right mind would put a Ryan Leaf jersey in a box, period? Who bothered to even attempt to get that? That's right up there with the Ryan Leaf jersey auto. That's see, and this is in their caves. They're still hibernating. This is why I have a tendency to gravitate more towards the Topps products right now, because I think they've been better. We're just out of Topps products for the year. I've been looking at some Topps Chrome football. It's in the 370 range. Topps Finest, which I like much better, is in the 320, 330 range. Not prices I love. All right, we're going to go good old Kenny Boy. Oh, Kenny Boy. Kenny Boy. All right. Empty box. Just the thing about with the top stuff is like they have all of the right autos in there, and at least feel like when you get the hits with them, you're doing better. But the thing is that the case hit type stuff is not caught on with Topps, like it has with Panini, so you don't really get that best. Yeah, I have to be honest, Chad. When I found out that those autographs on those hats were Facsimile, I might be saying that right. Basically, the reprint autos. I kind of lost my taste for that product. Some of it I think is just overpriced hats, to be honest. But I'm glad you still enjoy yours. But it is why I didn't get another one. They're very busy hats, you know. Aren't they really stiff too? Like they don't flow like a fitted hat would, I feel like. All right, Ken's got the Commanders on this one. But I did see them and they're pushing them, I've noticed. Last year they were impossible to get. This year they seem a hell of a lot easier. Ivan Pace Jr., Joe Anderson, Bo Nix again by the numbers. It's 4 Bo Nixes. Chris Long, Rome Odunze, Tyrone Tracy Jr., Jameer Gibbs, futures. Kendrick Bourne, Penny Sewell. We got another purple shock numbered to 360. Dave Montgomery. Let's see. I'll slow roll it because I like slow roll. I just want to build that suspense. Let's see. Whose head is going to be revealed? Like a ram, maybe? Or is it a jet? That's a jet. Darn it. That's 2 kickers we've gotten. What's with the kickers, guys? 94 of 360. Can we get not a kicker for once? Good Lord. Well, right, yeah. If the Manalotto was real. That's the thing that made me go, wait a second. Like, would it have really been that hard to ask a couple athletes to take a gold marker to sign those hats? Or then, of course, somebody would say, well, then they would have been $1,000 boxes. I'm like, you didn't have to be. Technically, an autograph's worth nothing. It's what you make the price to be, not what you think it should be, but I digress. Sam Hubbard, Josh Jacobs, Bo Nix. Again, that's 5 Bo Nixes. Lamar on the die cut. Deion Dawkins, George Kittle, Cameron Jordan, Jermaine Burton on the select certified, Chris Jones, red, white, and blue, Kamari Lassiter, Will Anderson Jr., Bucky Irving, nice on the shock there, and a TJ Hawkinson. I used to have in my room all of the World Series hats from the Yankees hanging. My collecting's just gotten weird lately. I don't know. I'm so busy these days. It's hard to sometimes think about collecting. This is the only thing that I kind of even put any thought towards collecting because, well, it's the only thing. All right. AC3's coming up on his box for the Commanders. Not a single. I have not seen a single Caleb Williams. Or no, we've seen one Caleb Williams so far. No Drake Mays. Lots of Bo Nix. Lots of Penix. And no Jaden Daniels so far. No Marvin Harrisons either. Empty box. It's woo. Right. So a reminder again, there is that Bowman mini out there. It's for a Bowman hobby and Inception break. There's a mini out there. $10 spot, 7 teams. Try and see if we can get that one done. Done and run. I think what I'm going to do with the remaining 10 blaster boxes, I'm going to do a mixer with the 2025 score boxes with the 2 I have remaining and kind of do 5 blaster boxes. I actually have some select 2023 value packs. So I might do one day, I do 5 select value packs, 5 blasters, and the score hobby because the score hobbies are so cheap. I might be looking at trying to get some more score hobbies. We'll just kind of see, but we'll see where other football product come out or too. All right, this is AC3, also known as Anthony's, coming out here. Is that a gold? Ooh, let's save that one to the back. I'll save the gold to the back there. Ooh, maybe we got something big there. Darnell Mooney, Brian Thomas Jr., Cam Little, Marvin Mims, CeeDee Lamb. If the mini fills, it will. J.C. Latham, Josh Allen, Brock Purdy on the silver die cut, Kyle Pitts, Tyreek Woolen, Drew Bledsoe, Jared Goff, red, white, and blue, Shock, Alexander Anzalone, Marquise Brown, Dak Prescott, Nico Collins, red, white, and blue for the Texans, Lamar Jackson, Fashanu, J.J. McCarthy on the concourse, very nice, Will Anderson Jr., Jahmyr Gibbs, Antonio Gibson. There's a Jaden Daniels. That one's going to AC. All right. And then I think this is going to be a premier level. Maybe it's a lime green. Thought it was a gold, but I think it's just a lime green. Probably is like $2.99. Let's go into the Ravens. Lamar? That looks like a little, nope. Roquan Smith. Yeesh. Oh, worse. $4.99. Good Lord. I went the wrong way. I thought that was gold for a second. I went the wrong way and the wrong players. Good Lord. All right. So far for our number cards, we've gotten 1 wide receiver, 2 kickers, and a lineman. Sweet. Wow. All right. Yeah, I'm just going to put that one over there. Dang, the 2 blaster boxes we pulled been looking better. All right, let me put this Jaden Daniels by the numbers here. Going to AC. Well, like I said, I feel decently happy about the pricing on this because I didn't price these too crazy. If we got absolutely nothing in this one, my disappointment would be equivalent to opening a blaster box and going, I didn't get crap. The Johnny Manziel is just like shaking my head. Like, really? That's the best we could do, Panini, is a Johnny Manziel? Jesus, I would have rather seen a Jeff Hostetler autograph in there. All right. See how many people remember who Jeff Hostetler is. All right. Spencer. Let's see if Spencer's got off his bag of tricks here. I mean, I am happy with the fact that out of 8 boxes, so 7 boxes, I am happy with the fact that we have only had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We've only had 2 boxes that didn't have anything. In terms of it didn't have a numbered or didn't have a relic or anything like that. So I'm at least happy from that aspect. Well, I actually think I'm almost out of all my Bowman hobby boxes. It's getting close. It's getting down there. We do have the Inception with that Bowman break, too. It's not just a Bowman hobby box. And it is giving away a flawless baseball spot. So, well, actually, Kelsey, I'm guaranteeing the Mega Baseball break for Friday, too. So, just so you know. For Friday. So, you want to buy the rest of those spots? Hey. Bucky Irving. Jaden Daniels. Now we're starting to pick up a little bit of heat here. So that's going to Spencer. Joe Alt on the red, white, and blue shock. Very nice. Malik Willis. My God. Do I remember the chase for him? Rashad White. Something. Silver Baker Mayfield die cut. Brian Birds. Well, I announced it at the beginning of the break that the Mega Baseball break is going to run on Friday. It's got like 17 spots left still. Justin Fields, Brock Bowers, red, white, and blue, Tyrone Tracy. Don't sleep on this guy. He was very good last year, and I think they were limiting him because they realized he was so good, and they did not want him to tear an ACL. So if you have the Giants, when you get some Tyrone Tracy Jr. cards, don't sleep on him because he could be very good, a very, very good running back in the future. Well, whose fault is that? Jared Goff, Harrison Smith, Cedric Tillman, future. There's a Caleb Williams for Chris. Jalen Hurts, Kyle Hamilton, Lamar, red, white, and blue. Rome Odunze for the Bears. Very nice. Arik Armstead, Jahan Dotson, Will Richard, Malachi Corley, and Derek Stingley Jr. So only one commander in there. You should have been on the moment I put the preview music up. Your brain should have been going, there's a break. I must be at it. Yeah, so I guess maybe tomorrow we're only going to put one break up. Now I'm thinking about it. I might still put up a silly cheap break, but we'll see. All right, so that was Spencer's shirt. I think I'm out of basketball. I could have bought another Topps Chrome hobby basketball box today, but I just decided I didn't want to pay $200 for it. All right, 2 boxes left. Robert. Well, you need to tell them that you had to get home because you needed to watch a break, and they need to hurry it up. Hell, I was an hour late tonight starting. All right, this one's getting stacked. Okay. Fly me to the moon. All right, so Robert has the Commanders on this one. Empty box. Man, I sat in a work meeting today, and we had to do ethics training today, which is fine. But apparently, work kind of gets split up into a couple different areas, and so we all kind of like came together today for having this ethics training. Well, apparently, part of the employees that work for one of the managers got just absolutely blindsided by people. Apparently, they were unhappy with a policy about when they go on travel and how they get paid for it. And they were straight up laying ultimatums down, basically like, if I don't get paid for this, this, and this, I'm not going to go do this, or I'm not going to do that, and you're not going to make me do this. And they're just like, this seems very ultimatumy and not really much a discussion. I was like, because we had finished our ethics training, and I'm like, oh God, I want to crawl in a hole and get the hell out of here. It was a very uncomfortable setting for me because I had no idea that this group of employees was going to go basically throttle this manager the way they did. That was like, get me out of here. All right, here we go. Blake Corum. I don't know if anyone's ever been in one of those situations, but that was a little uncomfortable for me. Blake Corum, Jamias Winston, who's a Giant now. Marshawn Lloyd, Spencer Rattler, red, white, and blue for the Saints. Very nice. Drake May finally makes an appearance on the concourse. Devontae Smith, Derrick Henry, Darnell Savage, Brian Urlacher, Joe Montaigne, that guy again, die cut, Pat Freiermuth, Travis Swift, Quinion Mitchell, Josh Allen, Najee on the red, white, and blue, Michael Pittman, Aaron Rodgers, Ricky Pearsall, Brian Branch, Jaden Daniels on the concourse. Very nice. And looks like we've got maybe another lime green. I don't know. They keep throwing me off. A Bo Nix, turbocharged. I think it's a yellowy orange, but it's probably lime green, and it's to $4.99 again. But Robert Joseph gets the concourse, Jaden Daniels. Bo Nix making his appearance for the 6th time tonight. Let's see. I'll still slow roll it. It is a rookie. Well, that's a good sign. Let's see. Maybe let's see what team it is first. It is for the Broncos. Oh boy. Jordan Love. Rookie for the Broncos. Let's see. What card would it be? So it would be the premier level. Let's just see what happens. Is it going to be a quarterback? Is it going to be a quarterback? See ahead. No. Getting trolled so bad. $3.99, Devon Veal. Well, at least it wasn't until like 99 or 50. I would be even more mad. Devon Veal. Darn it. I had such high hopes for that card. Ugh. I will try to see if I can squeak some more of these blaster boxes out somewhere. But I might keep an eye more on Dick's Sporting Goods. I have a place. I have found some of them to buy. I'm just trying not to be that guy that buys like 40 million of them. It takes away, but so far not many people have taken them, so I'll check them again here in a few days. But all right. Last box for Becky for the Commanders. One autograph so far. I mean, we've gotten numbered cards. They're all high numbers, but we have gotten numbered cards. So I don't know, like how you feel like in a blaster box perspective. It's not terrible. Is our ROI on this equal to what we're spending on it? Probably not yet. But I mean, you've got the most out of Knicks out of anything. And plus, you've got that red, white, and blue, which I would probably bet you that red, white, and blue concourse has got to be pretty close to getting your money back for the Broncos. That would be my thought. I'll check on the mini before we do Bowman U on how many more spots we have left to it. Obviously, with anything, if we're close enough on some of those things, I may just say we're good enough and I'll just close it and we'll run it. But I was looking at one of the Run Good Life streams. They had over 800 people. Oh, man, we haven't seen that card in a long time. And it just reaped its head. 400 Panini points. I'll run a random after this break, and we'll just see who gets Panini points. I don't think Tigers are in blasters. Those might only be available in like H2 or something. But yes, I would agree. A Tiger Burrow would be cool because that would be, or a Tiger Chase. Oh, get it? Tiger Chase? Ha, 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 ha. All right. Becky's got this one for the Commanders, and then I'll run a random for the points. Tip Riemann, Khair Alam, Malik Neighbors turbocharged, Fashanu, Sam Darnold, Joshua Kelly, Jerry Jeudy, Brett Favre, Guyton, silver die cut Bryce Young, Jaden Daniels going to Becky on the premier level. Very nice. Theo Johnson, Earl Campbell, future Ricky Pearsall, Josh Allen, red, white, and blue shock. That's kind of cool because that's like a team color card right there for the Bills. That's kind of neat. That's a club level too. Joe Alt, Joe Burrow, George Kittle, Ed McCaffrey, Jameis Winston, Caleb Williams finally shows up. Jaden Daniels again. Very nice. Becky's got the most Jaden Daniels tonight, and Tip Riemann. Becky got 2. All right. All right. Let's run the random really quickly for the 400 points, and I can just stick that right in someone's stack. And Allen is pretty nice. It is nice when you can get a card to line up with a team color. Yeah. I haven't seen Panini points come out in so long. It's kind of wild. Becky, I sent you the tracking number for your shipment that went out today, by the way. Your box was 5 pounds. But I put it in a big box too, so. All right. Let's just do the 400 point random right now. Let me flip this here. It used to be easier, and now I just because it used to be who had the Bills? Rich Schaefer had the Bills, which is a friend of Brad's. Also, Kelsey, where's Brad? I haven't seen him in a while. You're welcome. Yes, and that is in there. I made sure it's in there. Share. All right, I'm going to go to my handy dandy notebook here. So the mini, by the way, for baseball still has a lot of spots open. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 spots still open on that mini for baseball. All right. Get the list here. All right. Running the random for 400 points. Make sure you all can see it. Yeah, you can all see it. Yeah, he's been on here for a while. I mean, he's pretty normal, but like it's actually surprised me a little bit because let me see. The last time he was in a break was June 23rd. Wow, really? Is that really the last time he was in a break? Sorry, somebody just made me think about something. He's normally a very everyday person, like an every break person, at least gets into something. Yeah, Kelsey, he hasn't been on a break since June 23rd. You probably have a better connection with him than I do, but do you want to hit him up and just make sure he's okay? Because you're right, I haven't heard from him either. It's a bit strange to me that it's been that long since he's been in. Make it like 17 each with 7 spots. What would that be? All right. Well, if you hear from him, can you let me know? I'll send him a message too, but it is a little odd. All right, let me run this right now. I don't have a problem with that, Becky. You have to pull to. All right, let me run the random. I ain't getting so. Let me run this random first, and then yeah, Becky, I don't have a problem with doing that if other people want to do that. All right, 3 6-sided dice. Let me do this first. Do this for 5 points. Todd. Todd is the winner of the 400 points. Link. And I'll put it in here. All right. Let me see. I need to pull the audience. So let's see. I don't know. It's Ricky, Andrew, and Chad are the people that are in that mini already. So those are the ones that would have to agree to want to make it a $17 one. So let's see. Let me tag them and ask. Ricky, Andrew. Andrew has 3 spots, so he's the person you have to convince most to probably say. Chad. Question to those that are in. A request was made about making this a $17 7 spot. So everyone is guaranteed a team. Do you want to do that? All right. So I just tagged Ricky, Andrew, and Chad if they want to do that. Chad was in the break. Andrew replied. Well, Chad, I'll put it this way. Do you want an IOU? I'll give you an IOU on it if you want to do that. So Ricky's the only one that would need to bump up his. Oh, and Greg too. And Greg. Oh, wait. Greg has spot. Wait, hold on. Does that not work then? Because Greg has spot 8. Why did that not show before? God, I hate Facebook sometimes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. So Greg's the other one as well that have to agree to that. Well, Ricky just threw $7 in, so he said he's down. Yeah, until next week is fine. Yeah, I'm going to give Andrew a preference on his 3 spots because, yeah, I know, Chad. Well, normally he is asleep at this time, but normally he. Well, maybe not, Chris, because it might be getting. It looks like we're closing it, so we're changing it. So I just need Greg to agree. Okay, so Ricky's agreed. Andrew agreed. Andrew still wants 1, 3, and 7. So I'm gonna move this around a little bit here. So I would put, because Andrew would change from 13. I'm going to give Andrew preference because he has 3 spots in this. So Andrew would have 1, 3, and 7. Greg would move up to 6. So Becky, you would be 5. It would be spot 5 if that works for you. So, all right. So changing it to a 7 spot, 7. So 7 spot, $17 per spot. Did that work out? Well, let me make sure my math works on this. Then I just didn't hose myself. 15 times 10. Oops. Becky, that actually doesn't work. Well, let's see. How much would I lose off of that? $4. 4 times 7. That's fine. We can do that. I can chop $28 off of it. The math doesn't work for making a $17 a spot, but honestly, I'll chop the $28 off it. It's fine. I'll make it work. I'd rather just run it as well. All right, so Greg, I just need you to send another additional $7, and then I think so Becky's in, Ricky's in. Well, unless Greg, you want to back out. I'll take that. Thank you. Sweet. It's fine. Guaranteed 101 auto. Well, damn. If I knew I had a guaranteed 101 auto, I would have done that too. I would have bought them all then. No, that's fine. Technically, if it was because it was a 15 spot times 10, so it was 150. If you divide it by 7, it would be in 2140 a spot. But it's fine. I don't mind cutting a little bit off of it just to make it run. I make it work. It's fine. I mean, I already cut $40 off on top of it, but it's fine. I'm just messing with everyone. So, I mean, the math part, no, but all right. So, let me send a message to. So, we're going to do the Bowman. Let's do the recap on this. I am getting so ADHD. I doubt he will. I just don't know if he's on right now. All right, I just sent to Greg a message. We still have another break to do, anyways. So we'll give Greg a little bit of time. All right, let's do the recap here, shall we? Let me switch this back to. Not that one. Oh. All right, switching that back. All right, here we go for the recap. We had a Von Veal die cut, Caleb Williams concourse, Spencer Rattler red, white, and blue shock, Drake May concourse rookie, Caleb Williams future, Bo Nix turbocharged, red, white, and blue, Roma Dunze, Tyrone Tracy red, white, and blue concourse, JJ McCarthy concourse, Roquan Smith to 499. Bo Nix concourse, Bo Nix by the numbers, Bo Nix future, Michael Penix on the Premier, Michael Penix concourse, Xavier Worthy concourse, JJ McCarthy Premier, Bo Nix certified, Michael Penix concourse, Caleb Williams select certified. On our stand, we had a Veal to $3.99. Yeah, $3.99. Then we had a Xavier Worthy patch, Bucky Irving red, white, and blue, Greg Zerlin to 360, Will Richard to 360, and Michael Pittman Jr. to 360. Sorry for the blurriness because it doesn't want to focus. All right, Greg paid, so he's in too. And then the 400 points, which is going to Todd Bro. And then the two top cards, as Hayes much a Johnny Manziel, Johnny Football autograph. And a Bo Nix red, white, and blue shock. That's your top two. So I think from the price points, I don't think there was anything terribly heartbreaking with that break. I mean, I think there was a couple good ones. There's some decent cards in there. Could have been better, absolutely. But we have another 10 boxes left to go through. That's why I think I'm going to take the rest of the 10 and do mixers with score and a little bit of some other stuff too, just to add something to it. Like I said, I am always thinking about you guys. Even when I sleep at night, I dream about you all. Every last one of you, I dream about you. I'm just kidding. No, I'm not trying to get creepy on everybody. But I do put a lot of thought into these, and I want to make sure that when you guys are spending your hard-earned money with me, that I am giving you the absolute best value possible. So it means a lot to me to make good breaks for you all, and that you all feel like you're getting good value out of these. So, Bowman, you best. So we're going to jump into this one. Wait, I need to do that. All right. So everyone was in for that mini. So we're good to go on that. I'm going to run that really quick. All right, I'm going to run this mini real quick here for these. Every of the payments are in. I'll run that real quick so that you all can have that going into that break. And we're going to do the Bowman U. All right, so this is Bowman Baseball Mini. And I'm doing 3 6-sided dice. 4 4 3. So top spot's getting the Dodgers, and everything else falls out. Becky takes the top spot. Spot 5 ended up being the taker on that one. All right, copy link. Here it is for the mini in here for y'all. Close to 3 pounds, I think it was. Nice. I think it was close to 3 pounds, if I remember correctly. Becky's was 5 because I had it in our like a 14-foot box because I threw her jersey. Plus, she had 4 packs of top loaders in there, so that kind of does that. Thanks, Greg. Most of the people's boxes for shipping I've done have been they always range between about 12 ounces to about 3 pounds based on like the 10 breaks. It just depends on how many teams you buy in a lot of the breaks. That definitely is a big difference maker because some people's are like the super light, and then some people's are much more heavier because they buy a lot of teams. I'm trying to think. I can actually tell you how much yours weighed, Andrew. I have pirate ship right here. Yours weighed. Oh, actually, yours weighed almost 4 pounds. 3 pounds, 10 ounces. Yours weighed. It is currently sitting somewhere near Rochester right now. All right. So I'm doing the tags. And we have TJ, Chris, Seamster, Hayden. What was it? What was there? Kenneth, Ricky, Anthony. All right. All right, so I got the tags in for Bowman U. I will update the Bowman break here in a minute. Yeah, you sent the 99.99 in there for the hobby box for the Series 2, the Series 2 hobby box. So that also added to the weight. It is finely wrapped in bubble wrap. So if it's whacked, it's the post office fault, not mine. All right. I didn't do it. All right. So Bowman U, who are we looking for? That guy. So your serial numbers at the top. So the reminder what the serial numbers is that the first number left of the slash is what your serial number is going to be tied to. If the card itself is not numbered, we will go by the numbering on the back of the card. If it's not a number or a letter, we'll just count the alphabet to get to your whatever number that letter of the alphabet is. Our 4 packs, Bowman's Best. Empty box. We have 1 relic autograph and 3 other chrome autographs, 4 autographs total in this one. Which one's the patch auto in? I'm going to guess this one, but they're all pretty damn thick, honestly. So, all right. Here we go. Bowman U. This was sitting up at the card shop. I said, forget it. I'm bringing it home. I'm going to rip it for the group. And hopefully they're all going to regret not buying this box. And you all are going to love it. Robert Wright III. That is going to spot 3. Dennis Evans. Negatory, Chris. Spot 4. Riley Kugel. Spot 5. Audie Crooks, who was our patch auto in the last one of these we did. First autograph there. Audie Crooks is spot 0. Hannah Hidalgo for Notre Dame. Fighting Irish. That is going to go to spot H for HH. So spot 8. It's going to take that one. So there's our first autograph coming out of this. Y'all just got to keep me on my toes on this one because I'm not quite fully in line with a lot of the mega draft pick people. I remember some names if I hear them, but definitely not completely up to speed with them all. Riley Kugel on the Shimmer. That is not number. It's going to spot 5. Jaden Nunn, as in none your business. Just kidding. Spot 1. Audie Crooks, Best Ballers, Refactor. Spot 2. Ashton Hardaway. Spot 1. And Xavier Brooks. Spot 2. So, Anthony, you have spots 4 and 2. I forgot to go through this. Anthony Carlucci's got spots 4 and 2. Hayden has spot 7 and spot 9. Yes, you are correct. Kenneth has spot 3. TJ has spot 5 and spot 0. Ricky's got spot 6 and spot 1. And Chris Seamster's got spot 8. So you are correct. The Notre Dame card is yours, Mr. Seamster. Billy Richmond the third, spot 1. Dame Sar, spot 7. Robert E. Alvia. We've got a 1/75 here. International Dame Sar. Spot 2 on the Alvia. Dame Sar is going to go to spot 9, which is going to be Hayden. It's going to take this one. Oh, and then behind that, Dame Sar autograph. Ironic. Weird. So a Dame Sar number to 75 and then a Dame Sar autograph. Why couldn't it just be a Dame Sar autograph number to 75? That would have been so much easier. But no, we got to make it complicated. And it's going to be S. Yep, sure enough it is. Spot S. So I forgot which one where I was at on this. Hold on. I think I saved a favorites for this for myself. Did I? Gosh darn it! I thought I saved a thing for me. But that was my favorites, my letters to numbers favorites. Nope. Darn it. I thought I saved that. Otherwise, I'm just going to look for silly. Letters to numbers. Spot S, going to spot 9. So that's how ironic is that? Spot 9 got the number to 75 and the autograph. That's funny. It is on the screen. I did do that. If anybody knows anyone who does do streaming and has like cool borders and like can do all the stuff that would go down here and up here and up here and has like all the graphics over here, I would definitely be up for learning that or whatever software that is, because it's something I would really like to do to kind of improve all of this. I know some people have like actual like DSR cameras that do that. I do not have that. Billy Richmond the third on the Shimmer, spot 1. Dylan Harper making the grade, spot 3. Let's leave that one. Braden Smith Shimmer Best Ballers, spot 9. Silas Swords, it's a hell of a name there, spot 7. And Raven Johnson, spot 1. It's interesting. The shop I was at today was telling me how like WNBA is such a big. They've been selling several cases or blasters of the WNBA boxes, and I think I once did have some people ask me about doing breaks of WNBA, and I was just like, it's literally everybody chasing one person in that case, and I just, with some of the prices the way I'm like, I struggle to do a break for that because I just don't know how I can give everybody their value for that one. Plus, I don't even know who the hell I'm ripping in that case. I did one soccer break one time, and if anybody remembers the one soccer break I did, it was awful. Oh, looks like our patch auto's in here. All right. Justice Carlton. The heck's going on with her leg? Justice Carlton. Spot 8. Jaleel Betha, spot 8. By the way, our Superfractor bounty is eligible in this. Dylan Harper, we'll sleeve the top of that one. Spot 2. Hannah Hidalgo again. And then our patch auto, Taman Lipsy, 19/25. Nice. This one is spot 6. So spot 9 again hitting Hayden. And behind that one is going to be a 4/10 McNeely. Damn. Anthony takes that one on a field day. Woof. I think there's another numbered card behind that one too. But Taman Lipsy, 19/25. Damn, a couple streaks right here. Needed those to say Cooper. Cooper. Hanging with Mr. Cooper. 19/25. Hayden Carter taking another one down. I don't know if this guy's good or not, but hey, it's patch auto tonight. And then behind this one, the 4/10 on the McNeely field day. 54, spot 4 again of 75. Billy Richmond for Arkansas. Damn, that was a run right there. Black 4/10 field day. Nice. And the best ballers to 75. That was a pack. That was a pack. Very much so there. All right, Hidalgo again to 6 and Audie Crooks to 0. All right. Well, that was... Well, those last two cards, absolutely. Anthony and Hayden are having themselves a break here. All right, last pack. Are we going to be giving away $505 in break credit tonight out of this box? The answer is no. No superfractors. Hey, Cooper Flag. There we go. Going to spot 6. That's going to Ricky. He's got the Cooper. Aleel Zabel. Spot 6. Josh Hubbard. Well, I don't know. Spot 4 again. Kennedy Smith for USC. That's out of 25. 24 out of 25. Spot 5 on the Josh Hubbard. Damn. Then the auto. 42. Anthony takes another one. And the auto. Jordan Lee. 42 of 50. Man, a lot of low numbers in this box. Again, no clue who any of these people are. You could tell me they were the greatest women's basketball players since Caitlin Clark, and I'd go, okay. I believe you. You could tell me they were astronauts, and I go, okay. I believe you. So 42 out of 50. Anthony's crushing it, this one. I think TJ got skunked on this one. Cooper Flag. I got a couple of the cards here to show real quick, but all right. And we've got Dennis Evans. Grand Canyon. That is spot 4. What is this? Breaking Barriers. Interesting. Sarah Strong? Yeah, Sarah Strong, spot 3. And Koval Shimmer, spot 5. I haven't seen those cards before. Aiden Sherrill, spot 3, and Con Capel. Actually, there's a guy named Mark Daly. He got a 3D printer, and he was showing it off, and he actually made some of those for me. I even told him I'd pay him for them, and he didn't ask me for them. But Mark Daly, he's actually local to your area. He 3D printed them. I should actually have a guy who's local with a 3D printer here, see if he'd make me something out of a 3D printer. All right, let's recap this. Sarah Strong, Breaking Barriers. Cooper Flag, Dylan Harper, base. Oh, nice. Last one, what? Last player? Oh, you would ask me that. Dennis Evans, maybe. I think it was Con Capel or Dennis Evans. There's Con Capel. or Josh Hubbard. One of those guys. Oh, I don't remember. I have to go back through all. I literally put them in the chute here. Kate Caval was 5. Aiden Sherrill was 3. Dennis Evans was 4. And Con Coupel was 8. Josh Hubbard 5. Ali Zabel was 6. I think that's those. Dylan Harper making the grade. Braden Smith 9. We did those already. Harper was 2. Flag was 6. And Sarah Strong was 3. And then for the stand cards, we had Billy Richmond that was 54 of 75. Jordan Lee, 42 of 50. Is it Len? Liam McNeely, 4 of 10. Low numbered card. Nice for UConn. Taman Lipsy, 19 of 25 on the patch auto. Player worn memorabilia. Hannah Hildago, that was going to be spot 8. Not numbered. Kennedy Smith, 24-25, going to spot 4. Dame Saar autograph was spot S, which was ended up being spot 9. And Dame Saar, 39 of 75. I actually wanted to do a 3D printer where I want to redo this shelf, but I basically want to have it as like one shelf and just kind of go across and then just have like the Ohio Hobby Breaks logo and then still have these to kind of put stuff on the side or put it on top of it, but kind of like a box here that would kind of like stretch from here to here, but have like bring like this logo back here that always bring in the fire, bring that kind of more forward. Because it's hard with these stands. Because we used to have it where it was like, basically it was like that was it used to be how it was. But then you couldn't see anything. You can kind of see them makeshifting these stands a little bit here, but so like I use these to kind of cover up some of the stuff, but I gotta see if my local guys can print. I need like a Charizard breathing fire, so I was always bringing the fire. He's just going, ah, or Godzilla's doing the same. I actually got a new Godzilla that actually is breathing fire. All right, enough of me sidetracking. Let's get the Bowman. Okay. Because I need a better shelf. I'm not keen on this shelf. I just kind of want one shelf. So I can just have like a bottom row card stacked and a top row card stacked. All right. Let's see. All right. Let me update a mini. Why is this so backwards? I'm getting like notifications for stuff that happened days ago, and it says that it happened 11 minutes ago, which I know is completely wrong. All right, so we've done that one now. And that's off of many too. I just want to be able to guarantee this flawless break here soon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 spots left. Actually, we're going to have 11 spots left here because this random for Bowman's going to have a flawless spot baked in, as a flawless spot baked into it as well. I think it did. No, it didn't. I thought we did. Damn it. No, I didn't. Thought I did. I guess I didn't. I thought I had a flawless spot baked into it, but I guess I didn't. Or did I just not say it? Hold on. I need to check something. Nope, I did not have a flawless spot baked into that one. Actually, I think I remember what I did. I sacrificed the flawless spot in order to cut as much stuff off the mini. That's what I did. Okay. Me just talking to myself. Don't mind the crazy guy behind the camera. All right. We update this mini. Or update these spots from the mini. Sorry, I'm just getting everything set up. Where's that mini? Mini. So yeah. $58.50 I think it is per spot. You get one random team. Flawless has 10 cards in it, but it's flawless. It's a $1,700 box of cards. Plus it's got the suitcase. I can tag you in it. You can see it. Yeah, many people are not going to get a single thing out of it. I can tell you that much. All right, so that's what I was looking for. So Becky gets the Dodgers. And then Padres went to Chad. Then what else did I have on this? Rockies went to the next in line. Oh, that's not what I want. That's what I want. Okay, so Rockies went to Ricky. The Great Big Magic. Guardians went to Andrew, and then Greg, and Andrew the rest. So orange went to Andrew. The other mini. Then Greg ended up getting the Mets. And Andrew got the Twins and the Mariners. All right. I ended up getting 2 spots out of this break. But it all worked out. Oh, good Lord. What did I just do? All right. Running the random. Sorry for me talking to myself consistently and constantly. All right. So, featured. Running the random now. So the top spot is going to get Bowman as for the Brewers, and the second spot is going to get the Brewers for Inception. All right. I thought you were in this one already, Chris. Oh, I was wrong. I thought you were for some reason, but all right. I just tied you in the flawless one. Okay, so going and running the random for Bowman and Inception. 3 6-sided dice. You give away Bowman / Inception. Oh, Lordy, that's not what I wanted. Take the Brewers out. All right. We're going 5, 6, 2, 13 times. And I dodged having to go on travel next week. All of a sudden, I was not really keen on wanting to go. Andrew is going to get the Brewers for the Bowman Hobby. Sean Stickle is going to get the Brewers for Inception. Well, Andrew, that's my plan. I will give you the choice. Would you rather have the Brewers for Bowman Hobby and for the Jesus Maeda, or would you rather have the Brewers for Inception for Jackson Churio? I'll let you actually, you can have the choice since you're the top spot there. I intended it for to be Bowman. But if you want to pick and go the other way, you're more than welcome to. I give you the choice while I put things where they belong. While I get everything set. We do this, and we do a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. All right, and there's that. You want Bowman? Okay. So that's what I was going to do. It's funny, Kelsey. I read that at first, and I just read the part where it says, I just ran into a McLaren. I was going to go, ooh, that's going to be expensive. And then I finished reading it. It said McLaren car show. I'm like, oh, never mind. Like, otherwise, that was a really expensive trip you just had. That one's calling me. I don't know why this one's calling me. Here is the Inception box. Here is the Bowman Hobby box. I'm going to run the tags here real quick. Let me just grab a quick update to my freshen my beverage. Strangest thing happened tonight with Ethan. He's been cracking his door at night, and he wants to read his books or look at them. And we've been closing it because he keeps walking out. Normally, we decided just to let him leave his door open and see what happened. He went to sleep, so I guess maybe we'll start doing that. It's kind of interesting. It surprises me, but kids surprise me all the time, though. What was I going to tell you all about? I was going to tell you something. Oh, the things I was going to tell you all about. Darn, I was actually going to tell you all something. Oh, if anyone's curious about Revolution basketball and blasters and the chance of hitting kabooms, yes, obviously you can hit kabooms with them, but I have to tell you all, there was a guy, it's Pac-Man Rips or Pac-Man. He ripped 720 packs of Revolution basketball blaster box packs. He convinced me that it was not worth buying cases of it, because 720 packs was equivalent to 6 cases of blaster boxes. He got 1 kaboom out of the whole thing. Now, I've heard that the kabooms in the retail are so hard to pull, it's actually making them more valuable. But that's an insane amount of packs for 1 kaboom. That was easily, they were selling, God, I want to say, call it 30, even 25. 25 times 20. It's $500 times 6. He spent $3,000 on blaster cases to find a $600 card. Damn. It made me really rethink on buying those. We got real lucky with that Bo Nix at one time. Everybody here. Sean, Bryce, Brian, Craig, Andrew, Kelsey, Dennis, Ja, Becky, Matt, Chad, Ricky. All right. And there's everyone in the tags. I mean, 720 packs. It was an hour-long video. I can't even justify that. I mean, you can hit autos, you can hit numbered cards, so you can Steven Castle cards. There's no ROI on that. And if my understanding is correctly with Revolution, I have one of the blaster boxes here. I can show you. Because I had thought about actually getting a case of this stuff. My wife ended up buying 2 of them for me. So this is what you can hit, what you could hit out of it, which was red, green, Astro, 299s to 15, 299 99s. But so you can hit it numbered cards. You could hit autos, but there's no big rookie autos. Like the best auto you could have out of this would be a Luka auto, because Luka's exclusive signer for Panini. The Kaboom horizontal. But like, if you're doing it solely for the purpose, like I'm saving those for a basketball break I might put together one day for it. Include some other stuff. But if you were chasing it just for the Kaboom, if you're doing it for the collection, if you're spending $3,000 on a Kaboom, you might, for a box to find a Kaboom, you were better off just going and buying the Kaboom yourself. We still have not gotten a case hit out of this Bowman, by the way. We have not seen an anime. We have not seen, was it the Helixes or whatever? I haven't seen a single case hit come out of any of our Bowman boxes yet. We've done cases of this stuff. So I have one Bowman hobby left here. I have individual packs for Bowman up at the card shop with one solid Bowman box left. But yeah, we have not seen any case hits of this yet. All right, so Sean Stickle Andrew has the Brewers in this set here. Make that a little bit bigger. There you go. I've got 2 teams in this one. I got the O's and the Royals. I'm gonna do a couple here. This pack's uber thin. I would love to see a nice case hit card come out of this, so we can actually say we finally pulled one. All right, I'll start with that. All right, here's your Bowman hobby box. Kevin Castillo, Esteban Gonzalez, Connor Norby, Ozzie Albies, Bryce Eldridge, Aiden Smith, Luke Sennard, Cameron Sullivan, Fabian Lopez, Cade Horton, Zach Wheeler, Pete Alonso, Cody Bellinger, Charles Mercado, Kadeem Dewa, Carlos Tavares, Pineda, Walcott, Arenado, Ramirez, Kevin McGongle, Greatness Loading for the Tigers, PJ Moreland, Zach Showalter, Caleb Lamavita, Brensino, Cam Smith, Kumar Rocker, Alvarez, and here's our auto. I'm saving it. I'm tired of pulling this auto too early. I don't know if it's a batter. I don't know if it's a pitcher. I don't know who it is. I'm saving it. Saving it to the end. Tired of ripping the auto and going, box is boring now. Suarez. There's a numbered card for the Brewers, too. There you go, Andrew. Josh Noth, 330 of 350. I will say one product I am reconsidering buying again, and I know it did not break very well for us, but I swear to God, if it's a 2/3 of the price it was before, and you're still getting 4 autos out of it, and I have a $400 Skeens auto sitting on my shelf right now, we might reconsider it. those Prospect Edition, Panini Prospect Edition boxes, I've been finding them somewhere around the $100 range. I'm seriously considering picking up more of those. Walker, Janik, Moreno, Montgomery, Freddie Freeman, Ben Rice, Nick Kurtz on the insert, Jonah Tong, Breshan, and Kaysen. Those had Skeens Autos, and that's the product that has the kabooms. And I could show you the kaboom for that. I have it right here. That case that I had bought had 2 kabooms in it. We had the Christian Moore, and then this was one from up at the card shop. But that's what the baseball kabooms look like, and it comes out of that product. That's a Tommy White one. And they have Paul Skeens kabooms. If I can find it sub $100, I think it's worth buying another case of it, in my opinion. Because I would definitely do a case rip of that again, or I would try to do it. When I bought it, it was a 20-box case, and it was $150. I spent $3,000 on the thing. Penny, Rosario, I forgot to do more of these. Junior Caminero, Zach Neto, Drew Thorpe, Rockstar rookies, Elvin Garcia, Dahl Joseph, and Montella. Should ask Nick and see what he's got for prices on it. All right. Just a couple of these, like I normally do. I don't know how I feel about Bowman this year. I think the hobbies were better. I don't think the jumbos were justified in their price. I think they were over expensive, and I'm kind of glad I didn't get into any of the jumbos with Bowman, because it seems like the hit count on them was not matching what it should have for the jumbos. That it seemed like the Breaker's Delight to this, or the man, I got the whole freaking mat and everything twisted here. What the hell did I do? There we go. The hobbies were definitely the better way to go. Blasters and the megas are very watered down this year. I do have 4 mega boxes. Sammy Stafford, Ismael Javier, Brooks Lee, Jace Jung, Rookie of the Year favorites, Thomas Sagassi. Charlie Condon for the Rockies. We'll sleeve that one. Andrew Morris, George Colasin, Yermi Cabrera, Jack Caglione, Ha-Seong Kim, Bobby Witt Jr. is a lucky 7 sluggers for the Royals. Not numbered. Greatness Loading, Dylan Cruz, sleeve that one. Matt Wilkinson, Janso Luis, Braylon Payne, Garcia, Rayner, Whitcomb, Martinez, Light Blue, Kettle Marte, 489 of 499 for the Diamondbacks. Arizona went to Bryce. All right. Carson, Bang, Quintero, Jang, Estrada, Clark, Louder, Rodriguez, Matt Shaw for the Cubs, Arena, Campbell, Cruz, Diam, Calaz, De Castillo, Waldrop, Machado, Level, Santana, Quinn Matthews, Brito, Hightower, Sasaki, Lindor, Carson Williams. I actually bought, I think, a number with this to 50, and I'm surprised, Christian Moore, and it did not have a ton of value to it. Jared Sudstrom for the Mariners on the Dragon scale, and with a Lopez behind it. I was actually kind of shocked that the Christian Moore and the VIP insert card to 50 did not carry a ton of value. I did buy a Jack Caglione autograph. Unfortunately, it's not centered, so it won't grade. But I was like, it's a good guy to hold on to right now. It's a Mega Box Mojo autograph. So it doesn't say first on it. Come on, case it. I want to see a case it. Give us what we want. Give us what we want. This is Super Fractor Bounty eligible. So the Super Fractor Bounty actually tonight would be $510 to be precise. Boy, what would you do if you had $510 of break credit? All right, question you all. If you had $510 of free break credit, would you burn it all on one break? Would you spread it out? Would you use it on minis? I have not seen that yet. Is that in Topps Chrome? Oh, really? What's it in? Is it in this? Cruz, Aiden Smith, Otani, Skubal, Marcelo Mayer, Josh Knopf, Ken Caminiti, Aiden Miller. Close out flawless. Yeah, it's not bad. Close out flawless, not a bad idea. Spread it out. Damn it. I distracted myself. Where did I miss the Wilson Red Rookie? Where's the Red Rocket? What? I was looking for the stupid red one. Or are you saying you'd buy a Wilson? No red rookie. Where? Hold on. It's on the other side. Now you're just distracting me. What am I missing here? Oh, Poland. Okay. I'm like, I did not miss one. Got me all flustered. It's not a bad way to. Got me all thinking I freaking missed one. Going back through all the cards. Going, I know I didn't miss one. I'm looking for the stupid thing. Tong. So, Brian, you'd buy more Bowman? Or you just keep piling into Bowman? Carrera, Betts, Carroll, Guerrero. Ooh, 11 of. Wait a second here. I'm going to tell you right now. Yeah. I can't show this card because whoever this guy is also the autograph. So I'm going to save this one next to it. It is a 11 of 199. That's all I'm going to share about it. But it's the same card as our autograph. So I'm going to leave that alone. I'm just going to put that right like this. Because it's also I could tell because I saw the foot and I went, it's also the autograph guy. Which is also not a bad idea, too. McGowan, Petrie, Kendall, Bichette, Gunnar Henderson, Travis Bazzana for the Guardians. Oh, okay. Ooh, nice speckle for McGonagall on the first. Unfortunately, it's got some freaking lines through it. Good Lord. I mean, the roller marks on that one are pretty atrocious right there. Jesus. Marion Joseph. Okay, it is. So it's in this set. Got it. I have not seen it. Yeah, you got to use those action words, Greg. Pull me the. Yeah, because I think Wilson's the best bet right now for anybody for Rookie of the Year candidate. Which they're actually considering Dominguez part of that race too, which you can't get his red rookie. Escobar, Freeman, Mercado, Fuentes, Locklear. Well, there's the red rookie right there. Locklear, Rafaela, David Festa. So what if you win Cy Young but not Rookie of the Year? Does it count? Brian, I am so mad Daniel moved away because this card shop locally here would have literally been everything that he would possibly wanted. They're looking for people to work at that are more knowledgeable and excited about the hobby, let's say. Braden Montgomery, Aaron Estrada, Franklin Arias, Painter, Skeens, De La Cruz, Ethan Salas for the Padres, Andujar, Morales, Connor Griffin. I have a strategy. Hey, Kelsey, are you still on? I have a question for you about your shop setup and your deal you've got. They're having staffing issues up at our shop, and I have an idea. How many hours a week are you, in order to have that location in that flea market, how many hours a week are you required to work that shop? Because I'm kind of thinking about trying to leverage that as an idea. All right, here we go. James Tibbs the third, Luis, Christian Yelich, Matt Chapman, Trey Sweeney, Rookie of the Year favorites, Pineda, Max Clark, Seaver King, Charlie Condon, first, Andujar, Perez, Acuna, J.J. Weatherholt, Tink Hentz, J.J. Weatherholt, Ortiz, Corey Lewis, Andrew Morris, Rafael Devers, Riley Green, Adley Rushman, Gary Gilhill, Victor Rodriguez, Chase Burns, Cam Caminiti, Eduardo Quintero, Kobe Mayo, Matt Olson, Spencer Jones, number 59, Sean Keys, Nick Kurtz. Okay. Yofer Rodriguez, Perdomo, Arena, Austin Riley, Lawrence Butler, Shane McCallahan, Bo Walker, Jesus Tolero, Chase Mobley, Walker Jenkins, Johnny Level, Shota Amanga, Jackson Merrill, Bryce Eldridge, Zaire Hope. Well, I know who the autograph is. Damn it. Mitch Jebb, Jackson Humphreys, Josh Noth, Echevarria, Jackson Jobe, Aaron Judge, James Wood, Rockstar Rookies, Kyle Teal, Alvarez, and Colin Fennell. I think I ruined already who the autograph is. Pretty sure it's Mitch Jebb. Jury says, yep, Mitch Jebb is your autograph for the Pirates coming out of the mini. Kelsey takes that one. On-card autograph, 35 of 150. And that also means yeah. Depth perception is hard. So I'm thinking about leveraging the option to help. Basically, the card shop needs more motivated people to be up there to work it, but they can't afford to pay people to be up there to work it. And I'm thinking if we rent shelves out for them to sell their own cards in the shop, but they have the requirement they have to work the shop a certain amount of hours every week or month, that it can be done. And then there's so you can tell I saw Mitch Jebb. It was this foot I saw, and I knew exactly who it was. 11 of 199, Mitch Jebb. So back to backs for Kelsey on that one. All right, Inception. All right. Let's get a monster card out of here, shall we? We need a big card to go home on. 4 hours a month. Okay. Ooh. This is a tight pack. That thing is... There is no extra wiggle room in that pack there. Hopefully that means there's something good in there. Ooh. There's a couple of thick cards in there. Is it a booklet? Oh, it's not a booklet. 2 really thick cards. Oh, 1 semi-thick and 1 really thick card in there. So, interesting. Interesting. All right, here we go. How do I want to slice this? I believe the back cards are just numbered. So let's do this. Brewers 101. Yeah, but you don't have the Brewers anymore in this. You want a Mariners 101 or a Twins 101 or a Yankees 101. Marco Luciano, rookie for the Giants. Royce Lewis. That's why it'll hit. Fair. Jacob deGrom. Brian Woo for the Mariners. Every time I see this guy's name, I have to Ric Flair woo it. All right, we got Kyle Harrison green. The Rangers got a box. Justin Foscue for the Rangers. And there's definitely something under this, so we'll see it together. I do have an auto already here, so here's the auto. Kyle McCain, 103 to 199 for the A's. That's the thick card. So Oakland went to Greg. And then what's behind door number 2? Not sure. This is definitely thick, so it's definitely got to be a patch card then. Focus. Don't want to give anything away. All right. It's a batter. That's all I know. It's a rookie. It's a base. And no, I don't mean base card. That's a piece of a plate. Oh, wow. Okay. Heston Kjerstad, first inception first milestones. 56 and 99. Oh, that's cool. This relic card has been authenticated through MLB. Enter this code for hologram. So you can actually find the base of the game that this bag came off of. Well, that's cool. Oh, that's a neat card. So it's a piece of a base. Now the question is it from his actual first career hit? Huh. I kind of want to look it up now. Where do you go for that? What website do you have to go to? Oh, WWE MLB authentication. So is that... So you're saying that should be it then? All right, hold on. I'm going to confirm this. www.mlb.com. MLB.com. I mean, it makes sense if you're going to advertise like that. Authentication. Okay. Yep. Close. Yes, I understand the cookie settings. All right. So what's it say? I gotta read. Hold on. 342 613. Oh, KV. Oh, Jesus. Got the KV in the front. KV. Authenticate. Nope. Yep. Nope. No, it's not. Look. Unless I put it in wrong. The base is not from the first game. They lied. You can all check me on this. Let's see if I can zoom it out enough. 342 613. I think I'm pretty sure that's a K. Yeah, KV. So KV 342 613, September 20th, 2024. Originally authenticated with a hologram. Validation, Roberto Clemente Day. And that is definitely not September 15th, 2023. Well, that sucks. Swatch of game used base. That's misleading. That would have been so much cooler if that actually was a plate from that game where his first career home run was from. So it's just a stat then. Interesting. Yeah. It is kind of a isn't it? Takes a little bit of the aura away from it, I would say. All right. Well, that's the breaks for tonight. All right, let's do a recap here. All right, recap time. Your is about the same way I kind of felt about that. Was like, okay. None of the Inception cards were numbered other than the autograph one, which is also interesting. They had the green parallels, but that was it. All right, we had the Justin Foskio rookie green, Kyle Hamilton rookie green, the Brian Jacob deGrom was not numbered, and Roy Lewis also not numbered. Marco Luciano rookie, Charlie Condon first Bowman, Greatness Loading Kevin McGonagall, Josh Noth 330 of 350, Kettle Marte to 499. Devin Fiesta on our red rookie for Bowman, Jared Sudstrom on the Dragon scale, Kevin McGonagall on the mini diamonds, Mitch Jebb to 199, also the autograph to 150. $35 150. Kyle McCain to 199 for the A's, and then the Inception first milestone Teston Kerstad for the O's. I agree. That's what I had heard a review about that saying that's what that was supposed to be too, but that says something completely different. And they don't guarantee that based on the back. They just say it's a game used relic. But it would have made a lot more sense if it actually came from those games. But I mean, if they didn't have this idea right until this year, where would they have gotten the bases from? But still, it is a bit misleading, to say the least. They'll probably say, "Oh no, it's just the stat on the front." It's just because the thing about the hollow on there too, it doesn't even say if it's from an Orioles game. It just says it's from Roberto Clemente Day. Like the event itself doesn't really tell you much. It just says September 20th, 2024. Authentic originally. Well, okay. Well, so this is interesting. Night, Andrew. So this is interesting. Bryce, check this out. It says it was originally thought of as YP that one validation code TV 2023 Roberto Clemente Day, even though this says 2020. So let me take maybe that code, and maybe if I go back and I put that code in there. Jesus. Oh my goodness. Start all over again. Bridge, 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 verify. And now it says missing or invalid code. So what was 2023 Roberto Clemente Day then? Oh, you know what? Bryce, it may be actually then. Darn it, that's not what I wanted. Oh my god, it's not what I wanted. So Roberto Clemente Day was September 15th. Yeah, so it's misleading a little bit because it looks like they changed the stamp to 2024, but you have to go back to the other one, which says from 20. So yeah, so I guess that is right then. So it is from that day then. Okay. Well, I'm glad we kind of tracked that down because I felt like that was a bit misleading then. If I could see people getting angry about that, though. Okay, well, that's kind of cool then. All right. Well, that's kind of neat. So, all right, that's gonna do it for breaks tonight. We may only have one break to go up tomorrow. We gotta look again what the break list is for tomorrow. 'Cause that's done. That's done. That's off. So tomorrow's break list that I had posted. So we're gonna guarantee top series 2 jumbo, but we're gonna do the mega baseball break. So yeah, it might just be select football hobby tomorrow. I have a 4 Bowman mega box Inception baseball break I was going to do, but I might just say the Bowman the baseball mega break is guaranteed for tomorrow, and we'll just run that, or guaranteed for Friday. Probably better. That's what I think it is too. I think it's the day they authenticate, because they said it had a different sticker on it. And that's that YP sticker number. I think, and it says they replaced it. So I think you're right. I think that first date was basically the date they re-authenticated it with the new sticker number. But I can see people kind of getting pissed, thinking like, "Oh, it's not the right thing." Well, it is. It's just not quite what you thought it was. So, but yeah. So that's interesting. I mean, then it is a cool card then from that respect. The only thing I don't like is that you can't verify. It does not tell you that it was actually, like, we assume that it is from this game, but the authentication sticker doesn't actually tell you it was from the Baltimore Orioles game against the blah 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 team on 9/15/2020. We just know it, according to the authentication sticker, it's from 2023 on 9/15. So, hey, it's still a cool card either way. But all right, so I think tomorrow is probably just gonna be. Maybe I'll just do a real cheap Bowman. Yeah, that's probably true. Because you can't. I tried looking up the YP sticker, and it says it's authentication not found. So you might be right. It could be that it was for the whole thing before. That would be. That would kind of make some sense if they did that. Yeah, you could be true there. So, all right. Well, let's call it a night. I'm gonna see what I'll do tomorrow for breaks. Obviously, we got the select football hobby. Um, we will have the um, mega break tomorrow. So, but hope everyone has a good night. Hope everyone has a great rest of their week, and we'll hopefully see you all back here on Friday night. So.